So that's day 41. It was another kind of wild day as far as poker goes. The first 3 hours I played, I got absolutely dusted. I was down, I think I lost $500. And by the math, I was actually supposed to be up. And that's no big deal. But it was pretty crushing for me at the time, and I thought I wasn't going to play any more poker for the day. And I went to eat, and I was trying to think of how I can fix this downswing, because for the week, I was almost at $900 below, which is the worst week that I've had, not just for the year, but I can't even really think of the last time I had a week where I lost $900. So I kind of went back and forth with ChatGPT, just trying to troubleshoot. And I was thinking about a lot of the hands, and I felt like I was getting in good spots, and the math showing that I should be profitable helps to support that. Instead of focusing on how unlucky poker is going, I found myself focusing on how I can get better at managing the adversity. Because I lost most of those games at 50 euros, which is the highest stake that I play right now. And I was realizing that I lost a few games at 10 euros, and those don't really ever bother me. And the reason, I think, is I have so many buy-ins for $10 that losing one, I know I'm not going anywhere. I have more than 400 buy-ins for $10 games, so it doesn't really hurt when I lose one or two. But because I'm not fully bankrolled for 50s, when I lose there, it has a lot more punch. And while I was eating supper, I just kind of realized that if I get better at managing adversity, I'm going to be able to play through these downswings and not play worse, because there's definitely times when I get frustrated and I maybe push edges that are a bit too thin and make the downswing longer than it needs to be. Before this week started, my hourly for the year was like $31. So I know I'm having a decent year, even with my bankrolls not being where I want them to be. And then I just kind of came up with this idea of adversity is practice. And what I mean by that is every time that I have a $50 loss where I know I played good, I know if I had a big bankroll, that wouldn't bother me very much. I know that most of my fear is related to not having a big enough bankroll where I can feel comfortable weathering the swings, even though I have. I've been in this van for more than a year now, and I haven't gone bankrupt yet. And my bankrolls are higher than they were a year ago. So that's what I'm going to try to do over the next few months, is try and focus on using the adversity of downswings, using the tension in my life as practice to become a more resilient person. Because over the past few days, I've had really big losses at the start of the session and got really frustrated and often didn't want to keep playing. Then I came back and I chipped away. So yesterday, in 3 hours, I was down, I think it was $520. And I was really close to not playing anymore. And I came back and played for a couple more hours. What could have been a $500 losing day ended up being only $100. And I'm still down, I think, over $400 for the week, which would still be the biggest losing week of this year. But I'm getting a little bit better at being okay with that. When I came up with the initial budgets for this whole plan, I underestimated how long it would take to get my YouTube channels grown. I underestimated just how often my vehicle might break down or how often expenses might increase. And I didn't leave myself with enough of a buffer. In addition to trying to get better at managing adversity, I'm going to try and get a few more poker hours this month than my initial plans. Initially, I was planning for 135 hours again, and I'm looking to push that up a little bit toward 165. For July, I finished the month at 118 and a half hours, and I made 2,965, I think, just under 3,000, and I think an hourly of about 25 in what is probably my fourth or fifth highest of the year. So even a month that feels like it's gone kind of bad, the results weren't too bad. And I think in August, if I can play more poker hours, it should allow me to build my bankrolls up even more and feel a bit more comfortable with my highest stakes and not feeling like I have to move down when I lose 4 or 5 in a row at 50s. And I'm hoping that helps keep my hourly for poker going up. As far as the baseball channel goes, I've flip-flopped a few times on this about the Barry Bonds video, and I also kind of just realized yesterday I do have enough to make that video. I just kind of needed to pivot some of the focus onto all of the elements. I was kind of zoomed in on one part of it and was feeling like that wasn't going to make enough of an interesting video, but it just kind of fell into place last night that I do have enough for the video. So I'm going to try and get all the statistics done for that video today and hopefully start writing at least the introduction, and hopefully that video does well when I put it out next week. Felt a bit under the weather, was going to go to the gym to shower and not work out. When I got out of my van in the morning, I felt like my head wasn't too bad, and I went to the gym and felt like I'm going to do a 20-minute workout, just kind of get the blood going. And when I went there, I actually felt pretty decent. And so I pushed it a bit, made some improvements in my strength over last week, and my knees are starting to feel a lot better, which is great. It means that the knee care stuff I've been doing for the past few weeks is working. So I'm feeling pretty positive overall. Poker over the course of this year is actually still pretty good. I think even with this downswing, I'm at $28 an hour for the year. So things are going good. And I think what all of this has been revealing to me is that I still need stable confidence. I have confidence when things are going well. I have confidence when a baseball video does well, but any little setback, even like a negative comment on a video or unfair criticism perhaps, gets me to the point where I get really down on myself, and I need to continue to work on building confidence, believing in myself, knowing that I have a long-term proven edge in online poker. One of the ironic things is that over the past 3 months, when I go online, there's certain winning players that are playing, that are waiting for recreational players to join their games, and I go sit those games, and then they leave. And I do this every day now without really even thinking about it. But a couple of years ago, that would have been a huge deal, to be able to not have to share with other good players. And this isn't on every site. There's definitely some players I share with on most sites, but that's kind of a big deal for me. It sounds, in my little world, that's adding up to a few extra dollars an hour, and it's a big deal. I could lose a few games to a guy who's not even a winning player, and my confidence just vanishes like that. I'm going to try to make more of an effort to zoom out a lot more, look at the big picture. Okay, I lost 6 games in a row to this one bad player. Did I play it good? I'm hoping that over time, these small adjustments start to build a more robust, stable confidence where losing days don't have such a negative effect on me, because I've played this game for years, and when I first started playing poker, losing days devastated me. There was days in the first years that I played where I lost $80, and the whole next day I was almost like in bed, depressed, just having self-doubt, thinking I was obviously an imposter. Imposter syndrome is one I've struggled with a lot, and there's been half a dozen times where I've thought of deleting this channel, and there's been a million times that I've thought of just quitting poker. I remember a bad player once said, "Poker's not for you," and that just that one little comment by someone I've never even seen their face really kind of, kicked me in the stomach, and it shouldn't. So I'm going to try to use all this adversity as practice, as, the title of this video is. And I think things are going pretty good right now. It's only a downswing if you're zoomed in on the exact days that you're losing money. Overall, for last month, I had a decent month. I could have played more hours is the only limitation. And went a little bit backwards because of my van repair expense, but I still feel pretty positive about this challenge overall. So I'm going to keep pushing, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.